Hey guys, it's Sarah and I am here with a really big book haul for you. This is my December / Christmas book haul. So these are all the books I accumulated in December. Some I bought myself and a lot were gifts. And then I have some that I bought when we went to visit my family in Florida for the holidays. My parents have a really good used bookstore right down the street from their house, so we definitely hit that up. Okay, here we go. The first book I bought for myself, I bought this at Walmart and I picked up The Elfstones of Shannara by Terry Brooks. This book is being turned into a TV show which starts in January on MTV. It's kind of being described as Lord of the Rings-esque. It kind of has that feel for it, but not quite as deep as Lord of the Rings. So I saw this and picked it up and put it down and picked it up and put it down and walked away. And then the next week, I started hearing people talk about it and people were buying it and wanting to read it. And I was like, oh, I should go back and get that. So I did. And people are starting to read it and they're not liking it right now. So I'm kind of like, oh, crap. But I bought it. I'm going to give it a try. I'll give it till halfway through. It's kind of a bigger book. I'll give it halfway through, and if I'm not enjoying it, then I will put it down. But I do plan on watching the show, so I do probably want to start reading this soon. I'm probably going to pick this up in February and start reading it so I can start watching the show. But yeah, so we're going to give it a shot, Terry Brooks. We're going to give it a shot. The second book that I bought, I actually got at Goodwill, and I had seen it at Goodwill the past few times I had been, but I never grabbed it. I picked it up a couple times, and I was just undecisive on whether or not I wanted to buy it. But then people started reading it and really loving it. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to go back and get it. So I went back, crossed my fingers it was still there, and it was. And that is The Secret History by Donna Tartt. I have no idea exactly what this is about, but a lot of people have been reading it and loving it. I've never read Donna Tartt before, but I have this and I have The Goldfinch, so I need to pick one of those up here soon so I can see if I enjoy her writing. But yeah, went specifically for this and I got it. And on that same Goodwill trip, I had kind of decided I was going to want to read Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. And since the movie's coming out, I really want to see the movie. And I was like, I should probably read the book. And since I've read Pride and Prejudice now, I figured it'd be a good time to pick it up. And I turned around at Goodwill and it was sitting right there on the shelf. I was like, perfect. And this is such a great copy. It doesn't even look like it's been read. So yeah, went ahead and grabbed this one too. Okay, these next set of books I'm going to show you are books that actually are mine, but they were at my parents' house. I had a box in their shed, apparently, of books from college that I thought I had lost. I thought they were completely, like lost in a move or something, but my dad said he found them one day. So I went through them and I kept some, and then I took some to donate because I just wasn't interested in keeping them or reading them anymore. But I did grab 5 books from that box that I do want to keep and read. The first one is The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien. So this is the prequel to Lord of the Rings. And I've heard that this is easier to read than Lord of the Rings is. Lord of the Rings intimidates me and I don't want to read the books because I don't think I'm going to understand it. I saw the movies, I'm good. I have seen the Hobbit movies as well, but I heard that this is a lot easier to get through and it's a lot shorter, so I'm probably going to pick this up sometime this year. The second book that my mother said, if you do not take this with you and read it, I'm going to disown you, is The Haunting of Hill House by Shirley Jackson. So this is probably going to be an October read for me. I'm probably going to pick this up in October because this is a horror, probably pretty scary. My mom said that it scared her when she read it in high school. This is actually her copy. And yeah, so she told me I should read this. So yep, I'm gonna do that. The third book that I grabbed from my box is A House of Sand and Fog by Andre Dubus III, I believe is how you say his name. I picked this up and put it down in the box. Wasn't sure if I was actually going to keep it and read it or not, but I know that I was interested at one time. And then when I read the synopsis, I was like, yeah, that does sound pretty intriguing. So I grabbed it. I'm going to give it a try here soon. And yep. This next book is one that I knew was in the box because I specifically remember buying it. I was like, I know I own this book and I could not find it anywhere. Thought it was lost. Considered buying it again, but I was like, I don't know. And then my dad told me there was a box. I was like, I bet it's in there. I bet it's in there. And it was. And that is The Bell Jar by Sylvia Plath. I have never read this, even though I bought it when I was in college and I really wanted to. So yeah, I need to read this soon. And the last book that I bought from myself, basically, is Audrey, Her Story by Alexander Walker. This is obviously a biography about Audrey Hepburn. I love Audrey Hepburn. She's one of my favorite people on the planet. And I kind of went through a phase, definitely in college, where I was pretty obsessed with her, and so I bought this book and I never read it. So when I saw it in the box, I got excited. So yeah, I love Audrey Hepburn so much. These next set of books are books that I bought while we were on Christmas break in Florida. We went to 3 different places where I bought books. The first one was a waterfront mission, so it was like a really big, basically thrift store, and they had a good selection of books. And I found one that stood out to me, so I grabbed it, and that is Windfallen by Jojo Moyes. This was 99 cents. Woo! I don't know what it's about, but I have read a book by Jojo Moyes, and I really enjoyed it, and I plan on reading more from her, so saw it, grabbed it, good to go. The next book I picked up at Books A Million, and that is The Diviners by Libba Bray. This was in the clearance section for $2.97, you guys. $2.97 for this huge, brand new, really pretty book. I like the covers. I know there was a cover change, but I don't know. I don't mind this cover. I think it's pretty. I like the purple on it. So yeah, I saw this and I was like, what? And I saw the price and went, what? And in my hands, it went. These next books I purchased at a used bookstore that's right down the street from my parents' house. It's called Read It Again, and it's ginormous. It's like, I don't know, it's not a huge store, but they have a lot of books. And I literally just kind of went in and scanned the shelves, and I ended up getting 5 books. The first one is Identical by Ellen Hopkins. I have not read Ellen Hopkins yet, but this is my second book that I own from her. She writes in verse. So it looks like a pretty big book, but it is small, and the pages are like this. So I think once I actually start getting into her books, they're going to go pretty quickly for me. But yeah, so I have Crank, and now I have Identical, so I'm going to give this one a try here soon. The next book I picked up is a third book in a series that I'm slowly collecting, and I did not have number 3, and that is Faithful Place by Tana French. This is part of the Dublin Murder Squad series that she has written. There's 5 books in it. I now have 4 of the 5, the first 4, so I should probably go ahead and start reading it soon. But I've heard very good things about this series, and this is one I didn't have, so I grabbed it. The next one I picked up is The Girl of Fire and Thorns by Rae Carson. This is the first book in a series. I don't know how many books are in this series, but I've heard a lot about it recently on BookTube. A lot of people were talking about it. She also has a new series coming out that a lot of people are buzzing about and reading and liking, and then they started going back to this and going, oh, I really like that too. And I was like, oh. So I saw it and I was like, it sounds interesting. So yep, I'm going to give this one a try. This is the first one. And the last book that I picked up at the used bookstore is Confess by Colleen Hoover. I still have not read Colleen Hoover. I'm working on it. But I love this cover. Like, seriously, it's gorgeous. And I know that this is about art or an art student or something like that. Art is very prevalent in here. So just the colors on here and the paint splatters, I don't know. Even if I don't like the book, I still love the cover. Okay, so the rest of the books I'm going to talk about were all gifts that I received. So I did the Broke and Bookish Secret Santa this year, which is something that was started on a blog. I will leave a link to her blog in the description. I can't think of it off the top of my head, but I signed up for it. It was a lot of fun. Basically, you sign up, you answer questions, and then they kind of give you a Secret Santa, and you get a Secret Santa in return. So I ended up sending a box of bookish goodies to someone, and then someone else sent me a box of bookish goodies. So my Secret Santa was Heather, and her Twitter page is The Turning Pages, and she sent me 3 books, and I was floored by what she sent me. The first one she sent me was A Little Princess by Frances Hodgson Burnett, but look at this edition, guys. It's gorgeous. It's pink, it's gold, the pages are gold, there's a bookmark in it. It's just so pretty, and I've actually never read the book. I've seen the movies. I've seen both movies, the Shirley Temple one, and then there was a newer one as well. And I've read kind of like adaptations of the book, but I've never actually read the actual book. So I'm very excited about this. And then when my daughter's a little bit older and she's ready to read this as well, she can read it too. But it's so beautiful. And she also sent me 2 more books. They were both on my Amazon wish list, so I was very happy to get them. The first one is Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell. I have not read this book. I have read Rainbow Rowell before, and I enjoyed the other book that I read from her, but this is kind of her most famous one, and I'm ashamed that I haven't read it yet. But yeah, I'm really, really super excited to read it. And the third book she got me, along with Fangirl, was Carry On by Rainbow Rowell, and I was very excited to receive this as well. You don't have to read Fangirl in order to read this, is what I'm hearing, but I do want to kind of get that little bit of a background before I read Carry On. But guys, she sent me a signed copy. Can you believe it? I was so excited. I was like, what is happening? So, Heather, you are awesome. You're amazing. I love you. I love you. I love you. Okay, so now we're moving into a little bit of a different section here. I'm going to talk about coloring books because Heather actually also bought me a coloring book. She bought me the Inspiring Words coloring book, and this has Bible verses in it. So let me show you a couple little examples here, but they are Bible verses in the center, and then you can color all around them and color in the designs and things like that. So I absolutely love this. It was extremely, extremely thoughtful, and I'm excited to get to this and kind of use this as a part of my worship routine. I also received 2 more coloring books for Christmas from my mother and my sister. My sister got me Animal Kingdom by Millie Murata, something like that. This one is really, really pretty, and it's literally animals, and they're very intricate and detailed and beautiful, and I love it. So I am excited to color in this one. And my mother got me Outlander, the Outlander coloring book. Yes, please. The problem with this is it's going to make me want to watch the show. I'm going to need to watch the show while I'm coloring in here. But this one is going to be fun because just think about all the scenery and the greens and, you know, Scotland and just all the stuff that you can color in here. So bravo, Mom. Bravo. And one more coloring book to show you. This is one that I actually bought for myself at Hobby Lobby because I couldn't resist. That is The Lost Ocean, and this is by Johanna Basford. So this has a lot of sea life and things like that, ships and fishes and seashells and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I love this one. I think it's beautiful and I'm excited to color in it. And going along with the coloring, I also picked up, while I was in Florida, we went to AC Moore one day and I got these Artist Premium Color Pencils because I was using my kids' Crayola Twistables to color, but I went ahead and got myself like a nice set. It has a lot of different colors. These are supposed to be good for shading as well. So I'm excited to really just put an audiobook in my ear and just sit and color, and I'm super excited to do that. And my final 6 books here are a series that my husband bought me for Christmas. It's the one thing I was asking for, and he got it for me. He got me the UK covers of the Mortal Instruments series. These are stunning. Let me show you what they look like. Each one is a different color, which I love, and the images on the front are actually from hand-drawn type things. So this is the City of Bones, and it's pink, and all of the insides here just have like kind of what's relevant in the book itself. So there's this one. Book number 2 is City of Ashes, and it's blue. Book number 3 is City of Glass, and it's a gray. Book number 4 is my favorite because it's my favorite color, City of Fallen Angels. I love this one so much. This color is just gorgeous. Book number 5, City of Lost Souls, and it's an orange. And book number 6 is City of Heavenly Fire, and it's kind of like a fiery red. So these are so much prettier in person than I thought they were going to be because I wanted them. I'd seen them before and just fell in love, and I kind of stalked Book Depository and just was kind of fangirling over them. I don't own the series, but it's a series that I want to read this year, like 100%. I know it's going to happen. I can't even hold them all at one time, but that's okay. I'm going to try anyway. But yes, so my husband got me these. I love you, honey. Thank you so much. And these were my favorite gift that I got this year. Okay, guys, that's it for me. That is my December/Christmas book haul. I did really well, got a lot of really exciting books and kind of revisiting some books that I was excited for before, and now I'm excited about them again. If you guys have any questions, please let me know, and I will see you again real soon with some more videos. Have a great day, guys. Bye.